It's day 24 of designing a Pokopia Cloud Island in 30 days. Yesterday, we started decorating our new beachside resort. Today, we're going to continue decorating, but we need to first start the day with an Eevee Island trip so I can get more of these palm trees. These are kind of the the thing we need everywhere just to fill this area up and make it feel a lot more finished and vibrant. But I wanted to show you, this is like the fourth shimmering spot I found just on my way here today. I don't know what's going on, but I haven't fed Mosslax or anything. There's just a bunch of these all over today, which is pretty awesome. I already found one mysterious slate, a couple artifacts, so hey, this feels like a sign of good luck. I never brought a grass type over. All these flowers just kind of grew overnight, and they look pretty good. I was expecting it to look a little different. I don't know what I was expecting. I might make some changes here, but overall, it looks pretty good. And yeah, we should just be off. I don't want to waste too much time here. All right, lots of boulders. I do remember that about Eevee Islands. I was saying yesterday, I think this is better for palm trees. I might have just been making that up. That might have just been hopium. It's not a huge deal. I'm almost out of stone, so I'm not going to complain too much, but I am going to complain a little bit. Why should I have to open Cerebi just to remember what each island has beyond the three things that they show you when Drifloon pops by and says, want to go to a dream island? It has all this stuff. I want to say this is why dual screen gaming is so important, because using two monitors, I'd be able to keep Cerebi up and the game up at the same time. But guess what? I am using two monitors and I don't do that. Listen, it's all about having good habits or a good memory. Neither of which I have, but go ahead, feel free to leave your ah-ha-ha-ha-has in the comments below. This looks like a trail of onyx dung, just kind of leading me somewhere, maybe to like a den full of onyx. Is that the plural for onyx? Just onyx? I'm going to get in there and they're going to thrash me to death. You know what's really interesting about this Eevee Island, actually, and maybe why I got confused? This soil right here, this is what you can like destroy for more seashells and stuff. And yet the Pikachu Island, I only got like 25 seashells, and there was not really a lot of this soil around. Or beach sand, or whatever you want to call it. But here, look at this. I'm getting all kinds of seashells. See, this is so backwards. I did do one smart thing today, though. I definitely brought with me a bunch of garbage. We're also on a garbage run today, and I'm going to drop off all this stuff that's taking up space in my inventory back home. And, you know, I feel pretty smart doing that. I just dropped something I needed, though. Oh gosh. All right. Well, trust me, I feel pretty smart that I did this. Anyway, I'm lonely, so I'm going to yap a little bit. The goal today is to get the beach resort area feeling done. And then if we have time, I do want to start working on the city again, starting with the train station. I think that's just going to be crucial to get that done. It's going to feel like, wow, this city's really like coming together because the train station is all the way on the other end of it, where there's no buildings yet. And then if we have a lot of time, I might go ahead and start planning what goes in some of those plots that'll be next to the train station. Oh, you know what I haven't done yet? I haven't checked for rare Pokemon. There's no point, because there isn't one, because there's never one, but we can go ahead and search all in this area, and yeah, yep, that figures. All right, well, it's still good that we came here because I have over 2 stacks of stone now, which is really, really, really good, considering that we are about to build with a lot more stone objects, or stone blocks. Before we head back, let's go ahead and drop off these 2 mysterious slates at the wall. I dug one of these up today, I had one in a chest, and that chest is full. So there's no better time to add a couple more here, and this is where we're at. You know what? I'm not giving up hope just yet. I still think this is possible. You might be looking at this and go, no, it's not. But look at that. That's not too bad for 24 days of progress. We find some more shimmering spots, or we do a couple runs with the dowsing machine, which may make slates appear. I don't know. Who knows? Maybe we get it. All right. So tree-wise, what we see is what we get. I don't have any more of these trees. It's not like we have none, right? We're doing okay, but it just means that to fill this area out more, I'm going to need to get creative with the types of things I put around here to make it feel more complete. One thing that makes a lot of sense to me is a little playground. Sandbox, slide, stuff like that. Let's check our vending machines too, because I think I would like a waterfall. And for that, I'm going to need some water. I don't know if Soda Pop makes water. And I got 2 Soda Pops. I wonder if this is the difference between ocean water and fresh water, maybe? I don't know. I know all of these will put liquid in your mouth that you can spit out and place down. But yeah, I might just go get regular water. We'll do that in a bit, though. I'm thinking the playground will go right here. Let me pick up this tree for now. We'll find a better spot for it when it's time. And I think what I'm going to do is fence it in with these big fence posts that I really haven't messed with too much, just because I made fun of them earlier on. I do think they are just kind of a clunky looking fence, but they might just be clunky enough for a playground. And no, I don't know what that means, okay? Okay, few things. This fence gate that I made doesn't really connect to these posts. So, I don't know, that's not too surprising. We can just partially fence it in. It doesn't have to be fully fenced in. It's also not deep enough. So I'm gonna go ahead and get rid of these blocks here. I'm trying to decide if I want the gate to be wide like this or really narrow like I had it. I actually think wide is better. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take some of our beach sand and I'm going to throw this down instead of grass. I think that's looking pretty nice. Let's, oh wow, yeah, the slide's very big. Let's go ahead and put the slide here. And if we put down one of these tires next to it, that is a habitat unto itself. I may go back and paint this stuff, but I'm thinking that. I'm thinking another tire bench or whatever you want to call it right there. And sandbox, ironically, right here in the corner, maybe? Let's bring all this stuff with us, though, and go paint it. I'll leave the sandbox blue, that's fine, but yeah, I might want to change these colors a little bit. By the way, I did not move Smear Guru over here like I talked about. I think I just kind of forgot, but I was thinking maybe this is Smear Guru's permanent home? It kind of makes sense because Smear Guru in the main game has, like, his own, you know, area on the beach, in the beach biome. So it's kind of like a place that you would expect to find him. And it's like one of the last biomes we're kind of building out. So it kind of like, it makes sense. After all we've put him through, it wouldn't be a bad idea to give him a little home over here. I will want to find a suitable roommate because all the homes over here are prefabs and I just want to make sure I'm utilizing the space as good as I can. So because this is a Pokemon of one, meaning there's no like evolutionary line for Smeargle, we'll need to figure out who a good roommate would be. But yeah, I'm thinking one of these houses, or ooh, maybe this one that's all by its lonesome up here. We can go get the easel and the little seat that spawns Smeargle and put it in here and make it like a little art studio. That could be fun. We'll cross that bridge in a little bit though. Let's figure out this slide. Now, whenever items have these two different like things, like areas you can color, I'm always like, uh-oh. I have to make multiple color choices, and I'm not good at this. Okay, tire toys. Thankfully, only one color for these each. I will do all of them, you know, different colors. Okay, so that is our habitat set up again. And then I think I'm going to put, yeah, both of these toys here. I'm just going to do something like that, I guess. So, yeah, this is good. This is a nice little playground. Where's that tree that I grabbed earlier? Now it kind of feels like it should be somewhat near this playground. It would be nice to have a couple more, of course. I kind of played myself today, though. Here, there's two obnoxiously close to each other right here, so I'll steal this one. I'll put it right here, and yeah, I think that helps. I kind of stupidly put away my path road blocks that I've been using everywhere, so I'm gonna go get more soon once I head back to town, and I might just take our little path here and make it meet the entrance of the playground, but this is good. I'll need to go back home in a minute because I need to grab some water to make a waterfall. And speaking of waterfall, where do I want to put that? I kind of feel like over here, but I was imagining it more behind this house. And the reason is because there's just a big hill back here, but I'm seeing it now and it's not as big as I remembered it. Maybe in between these houses it could work? Yeah, what if we did that? What if we made the waterfall like pop out of here like this? I suppose I don't need the bottle of water, by the way. I could just go steal some water from the ocean. I wanted to do fresh, but now I'm like, well, who cares? Let's just, I don't know. Making this look natural is what I'm more worried about. I feel like I'm, again, not going to do a super great job here. Like, waterfalls typically aren't uniform, right? Like, you wouldn't make a waterfall perfectly symmetrical unless you were making it part of like a theme park entrance or something, you know, a manufactured kind of area. So I don't know what I'm doing. It needs a basin of some kind. We have to make like a little pond here. Okay, I think this would look pretty nice with water filling it up. I will head back for a regular water bottle. There's a few things I need to pick up from home anyway. For example, Smeargle's paint set. And while we're at it, what do you like? Soft stuff, fabric, strange stuff, colorful stuff, shiny stuff, dry flavors. All right, I've crafted our friend here a whole bunch of awesome stuff that seems to be right up his alley. I am, however, going to add to the look by putting the paint easel and stool outside the house, just like this. That's still a habitat. We're not going to have Smeargle live in that habitat, but yeah, I just think that kind of makes sense for this house up here. Oh, and it already has the floor that I made, I think. We're going to decorate this house real quick for Smeargle. Okay, so I chose the painted wall thinking it looked completely different than what I actually got. So I might change that, but let's just get everything else set up. I made a resort set. So we have the resort bed. I have 4 stools and a table to go with them. And I have a seating area, which I'm actually putting here instead of the bed. That's not all, though. I also made a kitchen set. So we have this, we have a sink. We're going to throw a stove here. Actually, we'll put the fridge here. No, actually, okay, hold on. This is actually a really hard spot to work in. Maybe we can do like a little corner counter thing over here, and I'll put this down, and maybe I'll get like a little plant to sit on top of the counter over there. I also got this air conditioner, so we'll put that up here. And yeah, it looks like I have more stuff to craft. I kind of feel bad because it explicitly said Smear Guru likes colorful things, and I've done nothing to add any color to this room at all. There's a photo op though. Look at, oh my gosh, look at his eyes. He's not doing it anymore. He had like bloodshot eyes. Okay, so that added a little bit of color. That's good. I was on my way to craft, but look at that. Snivy has entered the chat. Awesome. Or is it Snivy? I don't know. It's probably Snivy because it's like a plant type Pokemon, I think. Grass type and Ivy. That makes more sense. Grow and litter. Okay, if we got more flowers to grow real quick, then we'll have someone here to help us with that. Okay, I think I made enough stuff to make this place pretty awesome. Plant in the corner right there, right on that counter. We can put a side table right here with kind of a messy pile of books right there. I grabbed some table settings, and so we can put these on our table, obviously. It's kind of funny that there's 4 seats and 2 table settings, but just like Animal Crossing, these table settings, especially on round tables, look kind of weird if you put them kind of where they belong, in front of each seat. They just hang off in a funny way. I don't like it. I also made a new wall. I wouldn't normally use a pattern wall like this, but I kind of figure this would be something Smeargle would do. I don't know. It does change the vibe in here in a way that I don't like. It's really difficult to stick with this decision. We'll circle back. We'll circle back. Okay, I made a frying pan for the stove. This is more for me. I also made a table that kind of hangs off the wall here. And I think that goes pretty good with the resort bed. And I'm going to throw an alarm clock on it if it lets me. And then I want to put these partition walls up, but I may want to paint them depending on what I do for the walls of the actual house. Okay, let me go back. I'm going to move my crafting table more in the center of town here where all the action is. Oh, and I grabbed this Eevee doll earlier. And I figured this is probably just a good thing to put in the playground since it's just extra at the moment. There we go. Let's see, what kind of wall would make the most sense here? It's boring, but I kind of think plaster wall. Yeah, I mean, I do wish I could paint the walls themselves. It's kind of weird that you can't. You can customize so many other things in this game. But, you know, let's just roll with it. And yeah, I was thinking partition walls separating the kitchen and the bedroom like that. Of course, I want them even with one another. So let me see if I can push this one. Yeah, okay, this is mostly fine. Maybe one more right here to kind of like keep the seating area separate from everything else. That might be kind of cool. Anyway, we're still not done though, because Smeargle also likes weird stuff or strange stuff. So I grabbed this mirror, this Ditto mirror, and I also made a Ditto rug, which might be a little too big. I don't know. We can kind of tuck it in there. It's actually kind of cute. I like it. And of course, I did make some posters. Now, the posters in this game, the reason I tend to avoid them is because they are very disappointing. Like when you make them, you think they're going to be twice as big, and they're so tiny. Most of the time, they are pathetically small, like this one. Oh, this one's small too. Oh, it's so annoying. Like, these should be so much larger, all of them. We should get the option to like size them up. And they should have frames too. This is terrible. I grabbed some lights, and one of the things you'll notice about the ceilings I always choose in these houses is I always choose ones that kind of like tile off the roof in a different way. Like I chose the little felt one because Smeargle likes soft things, so that made sense to me. But I do that because it makes it a lot easier to place down lights evenly, so that you're placing them down in a uniform fashion. That shouldn't surprise you too much about me. Oh, I like lights to be symmetrical. Yes, I do. Smeargle likes bright habitats, and I like the brightness to be evenly distributed. All right, the finishing touches here should be a wall right there. And yeah, I'd say that works out pretty well. And maybe that means the easel could go in front of the wall just to kind of put something in front of it. I just need a place for this to go. And this is good. We just got to power it, and we're done. And we haven't powered anything in this town, so not really worried about that. How would you like to live here? I'm guessing now we're at max happiness for Smeargle, I assume. Hopefully we can find a roommate that appreciates all the same things. But if we can't, our boy Smeargle deserves it. Okay, I spent way too long decorating that house. Way more time on a house than I was anticipating today. We'll drink our water, and then we will kind of, let's see, figure out our waterfall. So yeah, that'll be the water height there. It's gonna make a little bit of a mess because I tried to give myself a block to stand on first. So there we go. Okay, yeah, that looks pretty good. I like that. It filled up the whole pond too without me having to do anything. If I'm not mistaken, putting one of these log chairs next to it will be a habitat for Tyrogue, who we tried to spawn way earlier on, and I just couldn't make a proper waterfall. I think in order for it to be a waterfall, the water has to be, like the water in the pond here that looks still, has to be from the flowing water of the waterfall. Let's see. No, I'm just dumb. So it needs 2 blocks of water plus a waterfall and then any seat. This doesn't make any sense. And the seat is in the middle of the water in the picture? Do I just need to put it closer? Like, do I put it like right next to the waterfall? There we go. Okay, training waterfall. Good. Speaking of water, this area seems to be begging to be a pond. You know, don't you see it? Don't you see it absolutely begging to be a pond? This is definitely because I see an opportunity and not because I'm running out of ideas. No, no. Oh, it's gorgeous. Oh, I'm so glad it asked to be a pond. I changed the shape of it a little bit, and yeah, I think it looks a little better. It'll look even better with some trees around it. We're just gonna have to wait on that. Maybe filling in these corners too would help. Oops. Yeah, nice little pond there. Let's fix up our path over here. Knivey was just complaining that it's really dry here too, which makes me feel bad. I wasn't anticipating this would be a permanent home or anything. But, oh, wow, that was fast. Cool, all right, we got Tyrogue. In an effort to add some color, one thing that I figured was missing was actually some berry baskets in front of the market stalls. I think that just makes a lot of sense. I've also realized, oh my gosh. Didn't mean to do that. I realized what was wrong with these flower beds, and it's that there's no actual like planters underneath them, so the shrubs just look kind of weird sitting next to the really low flowers. So I'm gonna switch these up a little bit. It also just occurred to me that they're completely uneven. This shrub in the middle is in the middle of that path, but it's not in the middle of this arrangement here. So in order to obscure just how off everything is over here, I'm just gonna go ahead and put down these planters, and there'll be no shrub in the middle. Yeah, this feels a lot better. I don't know where Snivy went, but we can have them grow the flowers for us if they turn up. Oh, perfect. Tyrogue and Snivy are hanging out here. Come here. Yeah, this area feels a lot better now. I like this little spot. Just this one spot a lot. And I've looked through a whole bunch of crafting recipes I have to try to see what else fits in this area, and I honestly think from here, the best call is to just start placing down different shrubs and flowers and things like that to, again, make everything feel a bit more just fleshed out. Actually, maybe what we can do is put these red and orange shrubs across from each other like this and like this. That feels pretty good. Stage here feels like it could use a little bit of love, so let's go ahead and put down some shrubs and flowers kind of leading up to it. Feels a bit better, right? I like the vibes. Let's even put some next to the stage too. Okay, yeah, that should look pretty good. It's always a little disappointing that the shrubs take a whole day to grow. Oh, huh. It looks like an electric Pokemon dropped by for a minute and only lit up a couple of bulbs here and there. I don't know where that came from, because I know it wasn't Snivy. Putting some shrubs in front of the big houses feels like a good call. Ooh, we can plop down these last couple around our pond here. We'll put this one right here, and yeah, okay. So for shrubs, I know I have some of the red and orange ones still, but I think that's pretty good. I wanted to not spam those too much. I was trying to like change the color scheme of the foliage as you traveled across this town. So this is looking pretty good. So we're almost done with this area. The last thing I would like to do is kind of figure out this little boardwalk right here. I don't like the way it's turned out at the moment. It just, something's off about it. It definitely feels like it has something to do with the fences. I'm gonna get rid of the path borders around here. I have an idea. First, I'm gonna take some of this sand and kind of bulk this up a little bit. Then we're gonna help create a bit of a transition in this area by putting down an archway. Now, I know these logs are really thick, and so this archway is gonna be a bit bulky, but, oops. The idea here, actually, you know what? This doesn't look too bad at all. The idea here is that it helps us go from path with a border around it to path with a fence around it. I think this is gonna look a lot better. Yeah, already, that feels good. So this is kind of like the entrance to that little, I don't know what we call it, an island bar, a beachside bar. Something in the middle here would be great. I just don't know what. You know what might actually be really cool? What if we put a water wheel right here. I do need to power this area, like all of it, and I'm trying to watch how many generators I place down. So I've been thinking about a water wheel for a while, and I'm like, where would I even put one? I don't know. We could create just like a little somewhat artificial, I don't know, fountain, if you will, and it could look kind of nice. It would do a few things. Obviously, it would provide power, but it would also kind of obscure the area over there where all the partying is happening. All the adult Pokemon are over here getting their drank on, and you know, this is a good way to kind of like protect the eyes of the innocent younger Pokemon. Listen, I don't know. I'm trying to find a lore reason, okay? This is going to be a 2-part project. We have to like make a pond here. We need to put down the water wheel, and we need to make like a little waterfall flowing over the water wheel so that it makes sense the direction the water wheel is spinning. I'm not going to know which way it's spinning until we like get it placed down. So we'll do it like this. I'll add some water here, and we'll put down the kit, and then I'll finish this project once the water wheel is actually built. But I have these grass blocks too, so yeah, we're going to be like putting grass on this, trying to make it look, you know, like it's kind of natural. Obviously, it needs to be bulked up so it doesn't look so uniform, but you know, we'll get there, we'll get there. For now, we'll just do it like that, and I will get a water wheel kit. We'll find some Pokemon to build it. It'll be great. Where do we suppose Snivy's at? I'm just gonna use some honey, I guess. I don't think they should live here. And we have room back in our original area, so let's go ahead and bring you with us. It's too dry. Yeah, I don't need that. No, none of our guests visiting need that. Also, I have to put down some little path border right here. Oops. But yeah, this area is basically done. At least the 30 days of designing a Pokopia Cloud Island version of done. There's always room to do more, which is why the idea of like coming back here in the future is exciting. So we'll move Snivy into this tall grass habitat, and you know, we have something for humidity right here. This is a much better environment for such a Pokemon. Let's buy our water wheel kit though, and we'll pester the other Pokemon who we definitely make use of on the daily. We're definitely going to want to give Tinkaton a really nice place by the end of this. Okay, I'm thinking our water wheel kit goes here on this side. That looks pretty nice, and I'll leave room behind it for some water. I hope that's the right call. I just don't know which way it's going to spin. I wish in this imagined view it would like actually spin, so I know. I can always move the structure around it if I need to, though. Let's go ahead and throw in the supplies. Tinkaton's here, Tyrogue's right up here, talking about how amazing this place is. And this should be done in like a few minutes. But I'm not in a hurry to do all the building around it right now because we need to go back to the city and finally decide on what our city train station is going to look like. We have the dimensions all mapped out, but I don't know what materials I want to do just yet. Let's take a little walk, shall we? This building over here made use of the iron wall blocks and the concrete blocks. I think maybe we make some of the structure out of these concrete blocks. That could look pretty cool. We have like 75 of them just sitting there, so we'll grab them. And as for other cool industrial blocks, we could use the iron plate flooring. Would probably be good for the actual platform where, you know, people arrive and wait for their train. So I've crafted that and a few other things. I have some plans for this thing, and we'll start with the floor. This one's gonna look probably a bit different by the time we're done. I don't know why I thought 20 would be enough. Let's take this workbench and move it closer. Let's try these concrete blocks as the frame of our train station. And similar to what we've done with other train stations, we'll go ahead and go all the way around with the concrete blocks as well, just on the top. Okay, looking pretty good, looking pretty industrial. And then I'll probably get these painted, but I wanted to just see what it would look like if we went ahead and used the iron blocks again, whatever they're called, as the main walls. So it would look, oops, not like that. We'd probably put windows here. Yeah, we definitely want these in a different color, but in terms of the texture and everything, it works. Let's go get them painted. Actually, I have an idea. So I don't know if I have enough of these blocks on my person right now, right? Let's build the walls out of a material we're not going to use for the whole build, right? And let's just replace these once we have all of the blocks we need. So I made 50 of this particular block, right? So it'll look like that, and we have 22 left over. After the windows, 24 left over. So we use 26 blocks, we have 30, we have enough. And then we can just use magnet rise mode to just change out the wood for the iron. I don't know why, but in this game, I find it very, very annoying to keep making blocks and either having too many or too few. I like to really just have exactly as many as I need, because what ends up happening is they get put into a chest and then I never use them again. They just become a chore to deal with. Either they have to go into a chest and get in the way, or I need to bring them somewhere else to dispose of them. So I'm really quite sensitive about how many of the blocks I craft, and having too many or too few just bothers me to no end. All right, we got to choose the right color here. I don't know what that color is, but we got to choose the right one. Do we go with a nice light grayish blue? Do we go with a nice dark blue? Puke green? Anyone? We could also do red, but we're gonna have like a red vending machine and red chairs. Maybe we keep it more neutral, like a light gray, but that'll be too close to the concrete blocks. What about brown? Let's do brown. I don't know if this is gonna look good. Let's just do brown. Since we're back here already, let's go ahead and just unveil the water wheel and see which way it's spinning. And there it is. Okay, it is spinning in the direction I was hoping it would not be spinning. Still usable. Not a big deal, but it has become a problem for future me. All right, let's hope we made the right choice with the brown here. So yeah, it's really easy. Now we just replace all of this and we should have enough. Everything should be fine. I won't really know if I like the brown until we start placing, you know, all the furniture and stuff in here, but it seems fine. It matches the stuff around the tracks. Let's throw in our windows. And for the roof of this one, I want to do something a little bit different. I did this during a live stream in my more single player version of Pokopia. And I want to bring it over here. So this is what we're going to do. We're going to take these iron pillars and we're going to put them on, I guess, every support beam that we've made for the train station. And then we have our flat stone roof, and I'm going to put these on top, but they're blue. I forgot about these. I should probably paint them. I also did the quick math, and I'm short at least 10 if I want to cover the top of this thing. And I might want to cover the top plus a little bit more, so let's make a few more of these. With this build, I can't seem to make my mind between the cool tones and the warm tones. I really want to use this light gray, bluish gray. I'm going to do it. I'm sorry. I'm sorry because this also means I'm going to need to probably repaint the brown iron blocks. But as I was pulling away from the train station, I was thinking to myself, I don't really like the brown. I mean, look at it. I don't know. It's not bad. It's just not what I want. Okay, let's build a roof. I really like building roofs like this. I think they're pretty cool. I think they have some opportunities for, you know, looking even cooler too. If I was a better designer, like for example, I could build another little flat section on top of this one, like raise it up a little bit. I still might, but yeah, this is kind of nice. And yeah, as you can see, having it not stick out over the end is a bit lame. So I'm actually going to go around again with these like this. Oh, I'm short some too. Oh my gosh, of course I am. Fortunately, it's exactly 10, so that's not too bad. All right, so we'll paint those. We're gonna replace this wall with something else, and then we'll finish this up. Really starting to regret moving Smeargle all the way over here. Let's give him his own place. It's the right thing to do. He's so cool. By the way, Tyrogue has just been standing here for a long time now, saying, whoa, this place looks awesome. Like, trying to just egg me on a little bit, like, hey, I want to move here. Let's see how that would actually go in practice. So Tyrogue does like bright environments, does like fabric, but likes exercise and group activities and stone stuff and round stuff. Honestly, Tyrogue could not be like less compatible by much. The only thing that would make it truly hilarious is if Tyrogue was like, oh, I like dark environments. All right, now, this iron block looks completely different than the roof we just used in the same color. So I think we need to go with something like, actually, gosh, my initial instinct was this blue, this nice dark blue, but I might give in and just go neutral. Or do I go red? No, I don't know what to do. Neutral. We're going neutral. There's plenty more opportunities for adding color over there. It'll be fine. Let's see. I bet it looks fantastic. Yeah. Yeah, I like it better. Oh, good. I forgot to paint the roofs while I was over there. Sure is great that Smeargle has his own home now. All right, roof is officially complete. Time to start decorating this like the other train stations. I did remember to paint more of these lights, by the way. We have our vending machines, our recycling bin, our waiting benches. And for this, I actually want to try these blocks real quick just to see if I like them better. Let's see, we'll do this. They just have a kind of a different vibe to them, and they have the little bolts on the four corners, which matches the concrete. Yeah, oh, I like that a lot better. Yeah, that's perfect. And then what's really fun about this roof is that you can actually light it underneath all of these different like roof pieces, and it glows at night in a really awesome way. So let's kind of place these around. I'm not sure the best course of action to try and make them like evenly spaced. I guess it's not the end of the world if they can't be perfect. I'm thinking we want maybe 2 up front, 2 in the back. And then if you ignore the post in between these 2 lights, These are spaced evenly relative to how big the roof is, so we'll do this. So yeah, it doesn't look like much right now, but once they're lit up at night, oh, it looks so awesome. Now we just need a path that goes up to the train station like this, welcoming everybody in. Let's get some gravel around it. I guess if we want to keep it cohesive with the other train stations, we would probably put this and this here. I might change my mind about that, but, you know, we can do that for now. We'll throw some of our borders down. We're going to do, you know, some touch up at some point and put all the borders across all the paths here, but, you know, just to kind of get the vibe, I'm going to keep these grass. I'm going to keep these grass because I'm going to put borders around the outside of the gravel. Yeah, just like that. That looks nice. A long time ago, I had to use dirt in place of gravel around these plots because I ran out of gravel. Since this plot sits right across from the train station, let's just fix it up real quick because the next thing I need to do is add power. And I just want this part to be finished. Let's make like 3 wireless transmitters. And if I'm not mistaken, there should already be one like right here in the middle. And it appears like this is getting, oh wow. Wires are connecting to it from somewhere. I think if I put it down here, it'll hit a number of lights. And importantly, it'll just get us nice and close to the train station. Let's see, it claimed to be powering something. I don't see any of these lights on. And our street lights are still on, so that's good. We didn't drain our power grid or anything. Let's go ahead and just put the next one down in the middle here. Actually, not the middle. I'm gonna put it right on each side. Okay, does that power everything? All right, so our red and green lights do look to be on now. Our vending machines are definitely on. These are on. It's the lights on the roof. They are not on. I thought that might happen. And you might be thinking, oh good, he has a plan. No, I just thought that might happen. Actually, scratch that. I do have a plan. Does this light work if I put it on top of this block right here? Oh, does it not go on top? No! Okay, well, it doesn't matter anyway because it's still not getting power. I even tried putting one in the ceiling, but getting it to connect to the ones on the ground is just, it's too far. It's like 1 block too far away. And it just looks silly. All right, well, I assure you, when those lights are lit up, it does look really cool. But that's gonna have to be a problem for another time. Let's go ahead and get our gate placed down. And I think I've been putting them about here. I just don't want them like next to where the chairs are. So that looks pretty good. And our last train station is complete. Well, this was a lot more productive than yesterday, and that's all you can ask for. Tomorrow, we begin anew. I don't exactly know what we're doing, probably stuff in the city, but I guess the video's over there if it's ready, so you can just watch that. So I'll see you there.